I think they're a very solid team. I think they have a good foundation. To me, they kind of are the team that I thought they were. I didn't think they were going to win the minor. I didn't think they were going to win a major. I could be proven wrong, but we'll see.
I'd love
honestly.
to
be. Yeah. I mean, I like the team a lot, and I was impressed by what they were doing early on. But you kind of just had this feeling in the back of your mind at some point, other teams are going to figure it out.
It's just interesting with how good Ravens have looked at times and how bad Surge has looked at times. They basically have the same win rate in hardpoints, which is kind of unbelievable. So is that everything for you in this series? Is it just the hardpoints?
No, I think both these teams really just got to figure out really the entire game. Trying to find a better control map. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to get going in hardpoint as we head to a major. And then, I mean, we're still talking about Vancouver. They're trying to qualify for top 8.
Yeah.
Right? Like a win here obviously helps. Carolina is still in still in the fight for the #1 seed. So there's a lot on the line.
Well, the one positive thing for Carolina, as bad as the hardpoint has been, that one hardpoint win, Joe, was red card against Optic Game.
Yeah.
So that's the one silver lining kind of with all those stats. At least that's your map 1 here.
Yeah, this happens throughout the year where teams, your maps just get vetoed or they get removed by the league, and you have to adjust. So that's just part of it. Our teams have to understand that. You're not going to see protocol a lot versus Carolina. Just not. You're just not. Unless maybe you're FaZe.
Yeah.
We saw that in the minor final. And they beat them.
No, that's I don't know. That's the fun part as we get deeper into the season. Just how teams attack each other in the vetoes, where people are going to make improvements or maybe have skids like Carolina kind of dealing with right now. But we'll focus now on the map in hand. Soaking it up will be Vancouver. You've got Gwen already getting picks backside towards Garage. And he's trying to find another in a gunfight with Nasty. But we'll stick with Abuza for now. He has been a special talent. I mean, a lot of pressure on him in the slaying department with this team, that's for sure.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no doubt about it. It's not like they went out and got guys to help out 04 and Abuza with what they saw last year in terms of the slaying. I mean, Nasty has had moments, but the 2 guys you got were very much role players, kind of, gap fillers. It's not extra firepower that we've seen.
Yeah. I wasn't sure when I first saw this roster. I was like, it could be that weird one that just sort of works.
Good.
They just play the game well. They play it right. They really just kind of have a good chemistry.
And it's still good. The problem is you just haven't gotten Abuza at his level from last year, and I don't think you've seen the best 04. So then you slot in the other 2, and it's not going to work.
Yeah. I just feel right now, Abuza's having a bad map. It's okay, well.
Yeah, see you later.
Exactly. But we'll see. If they can turn it around, obviously still early in the year, but the pressure mounting is bringing close to the first major. There was a nice stretch of kills there from Carolina, but Abuza does pick up 2. See if that might be an opening here for them to fight in, but probably not going to push too much of this because you only have 15 seconds left in the hard point. They're still sending some bodies, just kind of make sure they're still pinned back there towards parking as they get set up for next. You've got 3 on rotation, 1 kind of playing picks. That's going to be Abuza, who is going on a little bit of a spree. We talked about him needing to pop off. He's up to 11, first to double digits. On the other side, you got Slasher on 5 straight.
Yeah, when we talk about the fundies, I mean, you have Vancouver Surge just out early towards this P4, but it may not matter. You can have great rotations, but as Nameless was talking about, you start getting young a little bit on the hill. This can be what happens. Abuza almost makes it a play, but at least make it messy to allow his teammates to come off spawn and recover. What was looking like a great break opportunity for Carolina, there's still some contest, but both teams are here.
I think one of the tough things, man, that's always frustrating for me as a commentator and a viewer for COD, just the pace of it, and sometimes not knowing if a trophy's down, and you see these retakes, and you just don't know exactly where utility hit, right? Where a frag hit, where a Simtex hit, where a stun hit, and things just collapse. That's the one thing. Sometimes it looks so easy. I'm like, what happened? You know, 2 people got softened up by an 8, right? Someone got caught with a stun. Field upgrades, right?
Field upgrades.
Yep. The Royal Ravens will hold this lead as we get ready to head out to 5th. Early there again will be Surge. Hixie is in a fight. On the other side, you'll have Abuza. They've got a little triangle they can collapse on this. Gwen just trying to finesse here inside of office. Nobody in the point for now. And well, we know this is a map that we may go to time. Talking about what Carolina's win over Optic. It was a 203 to 197 game or something like that. So definitely our odd map in the rotation.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a very good hill already for Surge, but TJ was able to find 2 big kills. So 04 just had to wait and play his life. He's able to find a double to get his team back into it. But yeah, neither team finding a lot of time. This has been a very messy red card. And normally the first rotation always feels a little bit more messy.
I don't know if it's a messy red card or it's just a red card.
Yeah. No, I think if both teams have had chances, though, right? Where you're rotating early, it looks like you have a good setup, and then they're getting cut down, as you were talking about. But in terms of slaying, you are on slaying if you are Carolina.
Well, there's also a lot of like central hard points, like vertically, where you get a lot of split spawns that come in, and things just get so. It looks like split spawn on top of split spawn, and then get so chaotic. Your comms have got to be on point. Your reads have got to be on point. And in the point for now, though, it is Surge. Fanning out to try and look for openings will be Carolina. Quality shots there from 04. Right over to Abuzes. He's clipping wigs. The AR is hit right now for Surge. And, well, some clean time for now.
Yeah, I mean, great start so far for Abuza. Hixie just getting that time, already a minute in the hill. Nasty locking down the outside of the map. And yeah, so far, this has been like our cleanest hold has been at this P1. All the ARs are out, just looking over the different angles. They have a, kind of what we were talking about, a great idea of where Ravens are coming from. And now another 4 dead. So this has been the best chunk of time so far here for Surge.
Absolutely. Maybe, like you said, sometimes the first rotation a little messy, cleans up a bit. We said Abuza needs to be a monster on this team. And what he's putting on right now is he's up to 20. Now you want to answer back if you're Carolina, but they're on rotation. You've got bodies for Surge. Some key gunfights now upcoming. Spawning out topside now will be Carolina trying to battle in. Bottom will be controlled by Surge. Into the goal we go. Is Nasty's on 4 straight, hitting some nasty shots at 04, working the pinch.
Yeah, he's going to pick up this kill, and now he's hoping his teammates stay alive, and they spawn them in the back. And they're doing that, but Hixie's got to stay up. Slasher's still here, and well, he is just going to get taken down. But yeah, the 04 right there on that pinch. He wants to flip the spawns. He's hoping his teammates get one more near stage, but that was Slasher was able to stay alive. But right off spawn comes Surge. TJ now trying to do his thing, but he's also cut down.
Yeah, you'd love to get the flip and the time, but they got the flip. They're back into the time, and now trying to work a flip of their own will be Carolina, number 8. That's Vivid on your screen. His entire team is dead, but he's gotten to his spot up top. And he's going to spawn his teammates over there with him. So now off to the races we go, over towards parking. Vivid's POV again. Lined up 2. I thought he had it, but Abuza snaps.
Yeah, I mean, nice. Still, nice play there from Vivid, as you said. Get them spawning out. Get his teammates spawn it here. At this staircase hill. Number 1, though, 04, he's been out. So now he's just trying to make the play. Are they going to pick up on this? Looks like Slasher has an idea that someone's in that area. Well, now especially because he takes down Gwyn. TJ on the hill, though. Abuza, he is just not missing. Now up to 24 as he just walks up the stairs and takes down 2.
Yeah, it looked like on the NF Slasher was trying to find him and like tail him for so long, but as Abuza gets 2, Gwyn has a double. Nasty with a pair as well, as they're finding them in multis right now. 2.5 on the play clock. 20 seconds left of the hard point. It's another double. Hixie trying to get rocking and rolling after his slow start. TJ hit the 9 HP, and he can't get out of that situation. He's able to get 2 kills, actually. The nade finishes one off before he drops. So you'll hold on to this 30-point lead for now, and it's just like, when is maybe that solid hold going to come for Carolina?
Well, this is their chance.
Swing this back.
Yeah, this is their big chance. You had 2 dead on rotation. You already have hill control for TJ. If you want a good hold, you can already see Vivid is picking up on the spawns. That was Hixie and Nasty, and well, they have the hill time. So nice reads right there, and they find both of them. Vivid with the pistol shots.
They won the gunfights on both sides of it. I was like, how is Surge going to spawn? I thought it might end up being like a crazy split again, but they read it. Carolina does a good job. They're nearly going to bring this lead back, or this game back, and take the lead. Carolina looking for the lead change. It's looming now. Carolina go in front. Let's hear the comps as they're now in the lead.
Crossing weak. PG over. 20 low now. 20 low now.
Mid. One crossing. I couldn't kill him. There's 2 other side. One shot on the hill, bro. Hit 1 in.
Okay, top stage. 2 at all. 2 at all. Alright, all good.
We're good. I'm cutting off mid right now. I'm up and no. I have a trap van.
Yo, one spike can be bomb, I think.
Is it?
Yep.
I killed 1 pinch. Is that him or no? I don't know. I have V-bomb now.
Another one dead. Nice.
I have V-bomb now. I'm blocking.
I'm pushing our gun heading.
One down.
Can I show you gun heading? I'm holding your gun heading. I'm holding your gun heading.
right now.
They can go Lubba.
Alright, try working me B-bomb. You want dub, go on B-bomb. I didn't see anything up on my shoulder. B-bomb on me? Got 1?
Reload.
Take it on me. I think B-bomb on me still. 2 ticket. 15 and someone else. B-bomb dead. Both tickets though. 1 was weak.
Jump out ticket. Jump out ticket.
Be elbow.
One more ticket.
Elbow. Camera. Camera and elbow.
Take it again.
I'm looking at elbow on camera. Take it. I wouldn't ask you half. Take it, 1 shot on me. Let's get ticket in. They're soft spawn. They're gonna be camera.
Take your time. I can try a little more.
I'm holding elbow right now.
Once you got it, camera. Got it, he done.
One time. One ticket,
Listen, take it. 04. Got it, nasty. One shot.
I got it, push. Got it, you done.
Nice.
He still takes
Take it. Good time.
Take it, I'm done. Take it, slow down. Good focus. Still take it.
Good time.
Got it. Take it, not dead. He's out of here. I'm rapping deep breath.
Got it, he done.
I'm rapping deep breath. Nasty and Hixie, first two. Hixie probably take it. I'm on our side, take it. Maybe like stage on you, Teach.
I think we stage. I'm mid ticker right now.
I'm about to go hit shoot.
Yo, one hit me ult up far.
He's our top window, Booza. And HU in our top window. You have up top. No, bro, one was top window.
One's gonna be ticket on you. There's a ticket, I think.
He's mid stairs. One was top window on me.
Top window, one. They're gonna spawn another bus. They're gonna spawn another bus.
Time dead. Let's go to your right.
They could start spawning out.
I can go HU. There's two HU.
Where are they spawning?
HU running me short. Short, going. Back to you, Teach. They should be spawning B behind.
Take it on me. No, SQ's to them. No, SQ's one shot dead.
Back at it, Carolina get 4 dead there and some free time here with 20 seconds remaining. Pushing out will be Slasher as he's able to take down another. He's on 3 straight. Gwen there as well. They've hit another gear here late in the game, and they're nearly 30 points away from victory. Pressure starting to build for Surge as they've got to fly. Abuza, who was flying for a while, has really slowed down. I mean, he was sitting, around double positive, first out the 20. Now the lobby's caught him, surpassed him. He has had a dud.
Well, I think that's just props to all 4 players of Carolina, right? Everybody contributing on this side. Yeah, it was about a 180 to 180 game there towards the P5, but at the end of it and then into that P1, Carolina really start to get going. You know, at the end of that listening, we saw TJ like rotate stage and take him down. Yeah, a little bit nervous, but then everyone else started to heat up.
It just shows, like, you know, your superstar can thrive in like the chaos, but once you're trying to break, like
It's not a good time.
It just flipped, bro. It has been struggle city for Abuza and Surge in this 3rd set of hard points. Now 10 seconds from the win. Feed lighting up all white again. Carolina taking over really from the halfway point on. Gwen on 6 straight to close it out. And Carolina, it's what, 4 straight hardpoint losses before this one? They lost 2 to Boston, lost the series. Lost 2 to FaZe, the minor lost the series. Here, they're able to get the dub over Surge. Obviously a different type of competition, but you've got to work on the hardpoint, that's for sure.
Well, that's it, right? It's just sort of figuring out, you know, what maps and modes are we going to be playing at the major coming up. Now Red Card, they're up to 2-0. Not a ton of reps on it, but something they may have to rely on from here on out.
Dude, I gotta go watch that back. I swear, dude, we were on TJ's POV. He called out, he was rotating early. He called up the 2 people that were going to spawn first for Surge.
Yeah.
He wrapped out, he got eyes on 3 players. Didn't say a word. Tried to be patient to get multiple kills, whiffed some shots, got gunned, and didn't say a word. And I was like, all right.
He said middle of the hill. There was one middle of the hill. That's
yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah. One middle of the hill.
Well, sometimes, like, if I'm looking at the minimap and glancing over, like, you know, when, like, sometimes, like, did you see him or do you see, like,
the outline?
Yeah, the outline, but I'm pretty sure he got eyes and he was just lying.
Listen, for TJ, it's 3 p.m. It's an early match day.
That's true.
Early match day.
Yeah, he's got Eagles coming up this weekend, dude. He's probably already locked on that.
Yeah, just locked in. But Gwen really starts to go off. Almost drops 40 on that map. TJ, a great game out of him. And yeah, I mean, they've just had some inconsistencies with slaying. It's going to happen from time to time when you're going up against these teams, but a much better showing there for Ravens.
Yeah, I'd love to see, like, Gwen's numbers and Abuza's numbers, like, in the first half and then the second half.
Kind of see
like,
it. What, 11-6, 7-7.
Let's see what he gets out to. I thought he was around, like, double positive or 1.5 at least.
Started up there. I mean, it was just a very close game. But yeah, I mean, Abuza was leading the way, and then at some point it just kind of stops, stalls out. And I think a lot of the times what Surge are doing is they're winning some key, like, rotation gunfights, like one right there where someone's hitting a pinch, and what that does is that maybe flips a spawn. Carolina has to get out of their setup, pick something else up, and when you start losing those openings, yeah, they go away.
He was still, bro, he was 24. He was like 18 and 10. He was still 24 and 18. It's from this point, like, once Ravens took the lead and kind of dictated the tempo the rest of the way, bro, it was just death after death after death. He could not get anything going, and Gwen just erupts late in this one. I mean, he was right around even for most of it, and then he just goes nuts.
And again, you're getting a solid game out of 04. It's just when these sort of moments happen, when you're getting spawn trapped, when you're going 4 dead, like, who is going to win you a gunfight to get you out of that, right? Sometimes you just do need to rely on a star to win a gunfight or get a multi-kill and get you out of a trap. It's just, it's not there for Nasty and Hixie.
Yeah, I know it's funny because we just talk sometimes about like, you know, gun skills not like the real skill gap when it comes to these players. Like, I'll be professionals. It's usually like communication or just, you know, performing the same online as online, whatever it is. Like, everyone can shoot straight, but sometimes it's really important someone shoots a little bit straighter.
Yeah.
Like one gunfight that can just shift something on its head. And you got a little bit more out of that for Carolina as they'll take the map 1, again, in that hardpoint skid. And now we'll get to a search where this is where they're going to have a massive advantage. I mean, that has really been their specialty, where they've been playing really well. Yeah,
it's going to be in the Search and Destroy. You look at Vault, I mean, in really Surge, you talk about Carolina's map pool, Surge is the same way. You have a couple of maps here. You've played either no times, which Vault in Skyline Hardpoint, or like once. So this is a team that's really, again, just trying to find their identity, I think, before we enter the major.
Yeah, that's something we don't really talk too much about, like vetoes and map pool and stuff until we get deeper in the year a little bit, but it's a good point. Like, if you see a team that's really doing well early on and like they play like 4 different combinations of maps, like that might be a problem soon.
Yeah, or you start to see like what you know, whatever match this is for them, right, including the minor. If I see a 0-0 pop up or a 0-1, to me that just says either A, they got rid of a very good map for the other team, right, like a protocol hardpoint, or B, we're just testing the waters because whatever we're doing recently has not worked out.
Yeah. Well, we're getting close to Major 1. And, well, is it different? I mean, it's different for you though. Like, I don't know. I'd have to look at data, but it's like the team that wins Major 1 might not necessarily have the deepest map pool, but come like champs time at the end of the year, is pretty much whoever wins at the end of the year has the widest map pool. Like, yes, there's been upsets and crazy, but usually it's someone with a really wide map pool is able to make the run. That's what you're working on all year. Just try, like you said, find your identity, find something you're comfortable on, like more maps. Yeah,
I mean, majors, we've seen teams, you know, go 4-5-0 on, like, I was just thinking of like Opti in Toronto, right? That invasion search, however many times they won it there. You can get hot at a map.
Yeah, true.
No doubt about it, but I mean, just talked about, sort of the slump for both of these guys in Search and Destroy. Again, sort of the same narrative about Carolina. You think this team, if they're going to succeed in the league, it has to come through the Search and Destroy. They did it last year. That's how they were competitive, and it was through these two, and now you're not getting it.
And you think, I mean, just about the team they had last year. I mean, Brezzy, he was like the clutch god for them at times in Search. I know 04 had his plays too, but like Hook was always hitting something, finding first bloods, making some chaos, getting information. But I just feel like, dude, Brezzy, like, at least the ones we casted like late last year, he was great for them in Search.
Well, when he like switched to a second AR, what ended up happening with him is he like ended up picking up the flank more often, just being last alive, and had some big clutches. So.
Yeah. You see how it is overall, and while we're talking about the advantage being massively here for Carolina Royal Ravens, 8-3, and on the other side, you're on a 3-game skid. Well, if you're 12th in both of those categories, probably not good because we have 12 teams in our league.
It's true.
Yeah,
12 out of 12. And then on the other side, TJ in January, he's been crushing it.
Yeah.
But honestly, even more impressive for Carolina is that opening duel win percentage is 10th. You know, and they do have this record. To me, that just means there's probably a quick trade.
But I mean, you kind of heard Ant talking about it though. Like TJ, you know, when they were winning some respawns like early in the year, like, he was like kind of like last year. Remember, he was really first time we've seen him really consistent in a long time across modes. Is he going to be that consistent respawn guy, or is he going to be back to like, I'm going to take over and Search and Destroys? But at least he'll have that, because there were stretches where I didn't know what the hell we were going to get.
Not sure.
There were years, but his confidence seems to be flowing in Search. But right now, the confidence all to Surge as they've got this 4v2 advantage. TJ and Gwyn going to be trying to work a clutch. Bomb getting planted now for Surge. And it got a little bit harder. Gwyn, the hot hand from map 1, gets ripped out of it. All onto TJ. Yeah, he's been phenomenal. Best of luck with this one. Knock, who's there? Well, TJ's dead.
Well, and that just starts with Abuza's first blood on the slasher. He gets a kill on that B street. That opens up that site, and I love that from Surge. They just stay very patient. When you're in a 3 versus 4 on a map play Vault, normally you try to get active if you're the defenders. They do. They get caught again. So 2 versus 4, you work the bomb. Just a nice round there. But yeah, the kill from Abuza gets them going.
Well, Abuza and the boys chatting through stuff. And as much as they've been struggling, like, I mean, I'm happy he's like Hixie back. Like, it always felt like him exiting was weird, you know, just.
That's in his second at champs?
Yeah, get second at champs, and then you're just gone. I mean, I don't know what's crazier, that or like the Precept winning it off the team, but like second and out of the league is kind of insane. Just obviously not in the best spot right now. says hello, and Gwyn gets the kill. Oh, play with numbers this time, but not for long. Abuza is shooting. I don't know if he heard it or had the read, but
no, I think he had the read. Yeah, he was like ready for that second challenge.
Yeah.
Gwyn almost went for it, but TJ's gonna find one.
By the timing of that, I was like, whoa. Still shooting. Another one for Abuza. All going to be on to Gwyn. He does have bomb planted. Dropped right in front of one. Nasty just tucked away. And the first blood for Ravens wiped off the board. It's a round win for Surge.
That's a great retake there out of Vancouver. Yeah, starts with, again, kind of a Abuza opener. And then you just start to play patient. You did another trade. And then the 1 versus 2, there's 16 seconds left, right? So that's like a very winnable situation for Gwyn.
I almost want like a name for that. Like, you know, first blood's great, but that clean blood back that puts you to a 3v3 like Abuza's kill, like, because that's as important as the first blood. It's like that clean pick.
What was the second Rambo movie? There was the Rambo First Blood. What's the second?
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, second he got that, you're just like, oh well, this just became much more manageable.
No, 100%. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Abuza is making plays early in the round. What? 2 first bloods and 1 thing we don't have a name for. Well, 4 doubles up as well. Ravens, well, we were chatting about their search and destroy prowess. Right now, they're getting ran over. Abuza and Nasty still yet to die. It's Vivid's turn to try and pull a rabbit out of the hat. Best of luck with that.
There are 3 rabbits.
Yeah.
Not going to happen there. But yeah, they're just dominating early in these rounds. Is Vancouver Surge, especially on attack. They're right there, but yeah, multiple players who don't have deaths in a game. So that helps.
Yeah, Abuza 4-0, Nasty 4-0. Doing great stuff right now in the search. But they'll try to keep it rocking and rolling. If you're Carolina, you got to make some kind of adjustment here, especially on defense, just getting picked, just being at a disadvantage so quickly, and maybe playing with your numbers a little bit better if you're able to get that opener. Gwyn was the one that was able to get a first blood. They lost the round, though. We'll see if maybe he can do it for him, or it'll be TJ. Gwyn nearly able to get one. Nade, a prayer over the top. That won't connect. The car does, though. Yeah. So, and you get a boost out of it, so there'll be no answer back in the kill department. No first blood from Abuza. A massive one for them. This is a round you got to win. You just got to.
Yeah, TJ has the pinch.
My God.
We saw it in round 1. As soon as you get first blood, it feels like you have to get active. You're the defenders, and Hixie's starting to hit. He's going to turn this into 2-on-2. Bomb being planted at A for TJ and Gwyn.
You got to win this one, or they are at risk of getting blown off this map. Gwyn just playing from the bomb heady. You see TJ's position here right outside of the site. Here's the chow from Hixie. He gets some good damage into him, but teammate not there for the trade. 4 going to get dropped, and finally Carolina get a round win. This time they're able to work behind the first blood, although Hixie made it a little interesting.
No, it does. I mean, Hixie takes the long route, right? Goes all the way through the other side of the map, hits the doors, and has a one-on-one versus TJ. He wins that. They pinch Gwyn. It might be over, but a great win there out of TJ. As yeah, this is not the easiest gunfight in the world, and I mean, Hixie was snapping right there, and then picks up the final one from Gwyn. So nice run there for Carolina to bounce back.
Now they string together a couple. Gwyn, what a delight he's been added to the league as the last year. The guy's been a monster. Let's see if they can continue behind the hot start they've had this year. Right now, can they just continue in the search and destroy? It's going to be a quick plan in for Surge. So it'll be a 4-on-4 retake now, and they're about to swing quickly.
Yeah, it's going to be a fast reaction. They all hit catwalk. Did Carolina to take that away. Number 3 all the way in the back is Nasty, 1-for-1 so far.
Well, nice nade from Hixie. TJ had nowhere to go. Gwyn trying to give him a chance here. Wins it through the door. 2v2, but it was a fast plan, so time's dwindling. 25 seconds to go. Back to full health, and you got to try to make a play. Hixie playing around bomb. Gwyn with 3 to the backside. Abuza's going to get caught. 2-on-1 now. Their chance to bring one back. All on Hixie now to clutch. Can he get it done? Nades in, dodges both, swings out. There's one. Second one, not able to drop, but he gets it.
Ooh, it's close.
Like 0.2, I think, left on the clock. Now it's Ravens making the plays. Point three.
That was actually, you know, we saw that kill from Gwyn's point of view, that second one. Vivid's chasing him the whole time, right? He's working back towards you. So they're able to find him. And then, yeah, 11 seconds there for Hixie to try to win that 1 versus 2. There's just not a lot of room to work in that bomb site. You get to the first, and then it's just, if he picks the correct side, hits a slide, might be the difference maker.
Yeah, well, when the nades miss, I was like, he's got a chance. Like, just swing on one, and can you finesse for a couple seconds? But, well, a couple seconds is an eternity, especially with Omni movement.
Yeah, 100%. It is. Especially that bomb site. It is a very long time.
Well, Ravens were in a big hole. They brought it back. Slasher, who has been a terrific search and destroy player, not going right now. He's 0-5, still looking for his first.
Well, they go vault here, but Slasher's worked up the B Street so quickly, they might try to wrap bomb out that way, and that's going to be it, right? So he just plays on that side of the map and is like, hey, guys, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Nobody's really shooting at me. I'm at the B bomb planted.
Plan in. Now can they tie us up? Win here gets us to 3-3. But here's the 4-on-4 retake now for Vancouver Surge as they start to swing. TJ goes 1 for 1. Oh, Vivid pops up and nearly gets fried. Abuza. Now his turn to check. 04 is able to pick up one. One player to clear. Vivid able to get it. 04 has the trade, but Gwyn got the damage in.
He's not going to check this. Hasty just hops it right away. I mean, the fact 04 gets another one there is huge, and that just slows it down, right? Because Gwyn is thinking 04, there's going to be a very quick trade on me, but they have no info on, and that's the type of player Ixie is. Says, you know what, go for it. It's this gunfight right here. He's weak, and Vivid just doesn't react at all.
Well, yeah, Vivid's weak too, I think, but like, the fact he just got across there, he had to have been 0 HP. Well, not 0, obviously, but he was so tagged up, nearly fried on the cross, right, Gwyn? And that's one way to kind of stop the bleeding. You're in a little bit of trouble. You give it up back-to-back rounds. Stick it. 04 wins a fight. Slasher struggles on the other side continue. We'll see who can come up with the first blood now in this round. Right out the window we go. Looking to get it planted quickly again. Remember last time TJ kind of solo chow, got caught with a nade.
We never saw him, but he is going to get a freebie. So he's able to get through.
His eyes on another one.
Nasty, yeah. I mean, this has been all about the retakes from both of these squads, and here's going to be another one.
04 gets one, but nothing you're going to do there. 2 HP left after the first fight. He'll get dropped. Carolina keep on fighting. Slasher gets 2 in the round. He's now on the map. But yeah, a little bit different on the retake there. Because last time, that was when TJ's kind of off in the box, right? And got naded. Like, he was kind of fighting by himself while the rest were taking mid-control.
And there was a second there where, like, if I think it was Abuza, maybe just stays at that middle block. He's able to spot TJ, but doesn't happen. He gets a free flank on a Nasty.
Yeah, I mean, his spot, like, it's just, if he doesn't get eyes, there's no one else that can get eyes, really, where he's playing. It's just you're hoping you see it, or the Spidey tends to, you start tangling a little bit, but not able to react in time, and he'll drop now. Back to TJ's POV, and we'll see how they have to play this one out. Waiting, planning. Kind of similar to what we saw from Surge.
Then they hold one. That's going to be it.
Yeah,
They've had a couple of retakes now, have Surge. That's why they're very much in the lead. A couple of clutches as well, but Carolina hold on, and again, there's that first blood.
And I thought it was going to go better this time. They had 2 players back there, but 04 wins the first. Nasty is just great at being tucked in corners, finding his time and finding the pick. Gwyn gets shots into everything but the player, sends it out the window. He's going to drop. The post plants from Carolina have just been getting picked apart. Well, I mean, for both, I guess, but.
Well, really, Carolina.
Yeah.
Starting from round 2 that was.
Is it a difference in setup? Like, what's going wrong for him?
Well, I think it always hurts when you lose the first blood, and really what Vancouver's doing a great job of is that A bomb is one, you know, with the whole, like, in the middle of the map, there's a lot of different routes that you could take, right? You could jump up catwalk quickly. They're just staying very patient. Like that second kill we saw from Nasty, just sort of waiting at those mid doors. I mean, if he's running around worried about the bomb, like, they may get caught, but just everyone on Vancouver just is like, all right, as soon as we get a kill, they're going to get active, and they're catching them in that time.
Oh, it's like the third time that you can talk about Nasty and a patient play. 04, great stuff out of him right now as he was 9-6. He's dead before I finish my sentence, though, as TJ gets a much-needed first blood. They're going to have to rip off 3 straight. The car's going to get ripped off the map. TJ, chance for another one here. Not going to happen. Wow. Hixie just peels his forehead. Now it's on Gwyn to bring it back. Thought shot shaky at first, but he's able to connect and take out Abuza. So they'll have the 3-on-2. This battle of the defenses continue. He saw his foot.
Yeah, it's a tough,
just barely.
Tough
oh, no. Oh, he gets lucky here. He gets lucky here. I thought he got caught. Now, unfortunately for Nasty, who's made these great patient plays, now is not the time where you really can do that anymore.
Well, yeah, bombs down, and there's three other players left.
He's going to have to get moving and grooving. 25 to go. Just this, with an AR trying to win this down low with both players here. Maybe spotted him for a second there. Tries to peel him off bomb. Can't do it. Carolina stay alive.
I mean, I thought maybe with that Hixie shot, there was a chance. Because he does peel him. That was insane. That is not an easy box.
No, I was thinking that, like, yeah, when he got to the box, I was like, oh, freebie for Tej.
No.
And then I don't even think Tej's shot is gone.
Maybe one bullet.
And he was just gone.
Yeah, then in the 2-on-3, yeah, just not able to get that first player. Corner just deep enough to keep Gwyn alive.
That's the only problem with being on a heady. If they hit their shots, they're just hitting headies. he got evaporated. Carolina trying to rip off 3 straight to mount this comeback. TJ's worked some first bloods for him. Gwyn's been doing in that category as well. Trophy is doing its job. TJ gets eyes on one for a second. He's just worried about so much right now. You can see just like head on a swivel. It's a forward the first blood. TJ nearly gets zapped again.
Yeah, he's had to get instincts, right? There's been players crossing back to B. There was a player top cat. It's just some bad timings for TJ. Now they're down a man. As Vivid got caught, and they're going to have to try to plant this bomb over towards A. But 04, the timing on point from 04. That is the search and destroy sense we talk about with this guy, and he's able to play his life as he's up to 11.
It's funny because the timing was so bad on that pre-aim, though. Like, the second he gave it up, the player came in right under his crosshair, but he won the round for him here. A Slasher pulls off something insane, not going to happen. Abuza puts him away. Surge start out strong. They take a 3-0 edge of the search and destroy, and it gets interesting, but they're able to close it out. Big round from 04 at the tail end of it, but you just had to, I mean, one of these offenses.
Yeah. I think there were 3 retakes like that I can think of. Carolina, that's one you have to go back to the VOD and just sort of rethink maybe your post plans, what you want to do, how you want to set up. Maybe, you know, be a little bit more patient, see if you can get a first blood, but either way, doesn't matter. They got to work on that.
It didn't matter which site.
No.
You know, like, even when they worked B, like, Hixie just sticks it, right? But you hope, like, when you're getting a quick, like, uncontested plan in, like, worst case, like, you hope it comes down to time. I know there's the one round that came down to like 0.3 or whatever, but a lot of them like weren't that crazy. Like, they were just getting picked and shut down. Plenty of time for the defuse. Like, there wasn't really that chaos that you kind of hope comes from that, at least when you get a quick plant.
No, there really wasn't.
And I know the map's not that large, so it plays pretty quick, but I don't know. It should have been harder on Surge with some of these retakes.
Yeah, and then props to Surge. Yeah, 04 drops 11. There were just great patient plays really on their side in those retakes. You know, Abuza, he only has 5, but he's a big part, you know, of that 3 versus 4 round they were able to get. So it's just intelligent search and destroy plays there from Surge.
Yeah, I mean, he had the first bloods to get them started. And like you said, the one to bring it back. On the other side, TJ, I think, had 3. He was doing stuff in the early round, but it wasn't the early round that was the problem. It was after the bomb got planted that things fell apart for him. So as good as they've been in search and destroy, definitely something they have to work on. I mean, you feel good if you're, I mean, what was it, 12th and 12th when you were talking offense or defense, really, for Surge. So improve the stats there a bit, at least on the defensive side of things. Doing an absolutely excellent job.
Yeah, I mean, opening dual win percentage was 12 too, so you got a little bit better there.
Absolutely did. But to break it down before we get to the map 3, Desk, take it away.
Thank you very much, Maven and Merk. And I want to ask you two, what happened to Carolina? Because after finally winning a hard point, they dropped the search and destroy. Was this Carolina falling short or the Surge starting to play better in search?
I have to say it was the Surge playing better in search, and the only reason I say that is because in the first 3 rounds of that search and destroy, Carolina had 2 opportunities at defense, and both times Abuza not only got that first blood onto Slasher in both of those defenses, but Carolina Royal Ravens is one of the best, if not the best, defense team in the league. They are the number 1 retake team at 60% of the time. You can go back to that round number 7. It's a perfect example of how good their retakes are. So for Vancouver Surge, this was clearly just a really strong attack from their side and a really strong start to this S&D.
Yeah, you know, very interesting map choice as well. Vault, Search, and Destroy, a map we haven't seen from Vancouver that often, and we go into this one, they look great on it. I'm glad they're starting to play it more. We saw 0-4 get loose, and then also coming into this match, Vancouver dead last in opening duel wins. Like, they were not finding first bloods. 5 of them here, you know,
Yeah.
at half the rounds here, you win a good amount of those when you do get that first blood. So for Vancouver, this is kind of what we expected. Like, you're not going to be the greatest hardpoint team. Can you win Search and Destroy? That hasn't been the case, and they've been abysmal. Now they're winning searches. They have chances in these series. So for Vancouver, this is a good sign in progress towards what I would say is the end goal, being a 2-3-5 team.
Really strong game from Hixie. You heard about Abuza's performance at the start of this game, and Vancouver now enters a game 3 with the match tied up. But this is another respawn, Nameless, and I know Carolina is doing some things right in the current Call of Duty. What are you liking from the other blue team?
Yeah, they look really good in the hardpoint. Obviously, it gets kind of close, but fundamentally, they're still playing sound. That's kind of what we talked about. It's like, with this roster, you're not going to be beating the crap out of the top teams talent-wise, but you can do the small things right. And let's jump into the drawn conclusions and talk about some of these small things, because Carolina, down the stretch at the end of this game, incredible plays by Slasher in being able to flip these spawns. So here goes drawn conclusions. We're going to jump right into the mini-map. So this is P1. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty, 185 to 193. You can see the blue players on your mini-map. That is Vancouver Surge. They have control of what you want. You want to control hedges here. You want to kind of have them spawn here and have to funnel in, right? So they have hedge control. They just killed TJ right here, so they know they have full control of the hill. But what happens here on the side of Carolina is beautiful. You have Slasher going on like this wide pinch. He's going to go around. Sorry for my drawing there. He's going to try to find one and pinch simultaneously when he has his players Vivid and TJ wrap around to find kills on the street. So we're going to jump back into the mini-map here in a second. Let's just watch this play out as they spawn. Just a standard pinch. We all know how to do this. This is how you want to communicate it, how you want to set it up, but it's what happens afterwards. So Vivid finds that first kill. You can see on the mini-map, TJ and Vivid sort of wrap around trying to find the kills. So they find all the kills here. Slasher, he knows that they haven't killed this last guy. They have not killed Hixie, and he knows he's influencing the spawn here, so he knows there's going to either be players trying to wrap all the way around and repinch him, or they're going to be spawning back here. So he's going to turn around, redirect his attention to try to alleviate that pressure. And this is the high-level play. Like, this is the communication. We know that there's a player still back there. We know I'm blocking the spawn on the street, so they have to be going and taking a deep route, or they're just spawning all the way back garage. So he repositions, finds 2 more kills, gets another one to give them full control of this hill where they get a big chunk of time and end up winning this map. So great play. Communication from Carolina, the fundamentals still on point.
100%. And also, during all of that, while Slasher was making that decision, Gwyn was in a serious fight with 0-4 on P1 side of things. So if he doesn't win that fight, he's still weak. Slasher isn't there. They're off spawn. That's possibly a break on P1. So shout out Carolina.
Carolina able to take game 1. Will they take the next respawn? All of us called them to win this one on the desk. Allie, tell me the upset story, though. How does Vancouver take 2 more in the remaining 3?
I'm glad you asked, because the fact that this is Hacienda is good for Vancouver Surge, because they are a stronger attack team. They haven't found a whole lot of success on vault control. It's been kind of 50-50. So I had actually wrote down for them, they haven't been going to round 5s, so maybe they try and add Hacienda to their map pool. So this is going to be kind of a test for Vancouver Surge and see if they've expanded their control.
Listen, 0-4's just got to fry, bro.
Yeah?
Like, I mean, when the guy fries and respawn, like, they're winning HPs. So we got to see some 0-4 takeover.
I was just looking at some numbers. 0-4, believe it or not, can't even drink beer legally. He's 20 years old. Let's send it over to a man who definitely can. He goes by the name of Merc and his friend Maven.
That's crazy.
Oh, hey guys, we're back. I'm
saying that he's older? I'm older than this guy? Wow, that's crazy.
I'll take that compliment. Honestly, thanks.
My
Chris.
goodness.
John Bald, I definitely called her. But the what was he saying? Oh, that was kind of the same thing with 0-4 last year, though. I feel like at least when he first came into the league, he definitely got more consistent with respawn as like the year went on. When he first came in, he was like punch up 1v3s left and right in search, but the respawns like took a bit. When he did pop off, they look great usually.
No, and I always thought like he was like I always thought like he was gonna run an AR, but then he had to like turn into a sub player. And now we still see him with a sub. at times, right? Because they bring out Nasty, but maybe that's part of it. Still just trying to find his groove a little bit. But yeah, it feels like he's a player that tries to find those openings and timings. When your teammates are like negative or jumping off spawn, like there's just not a lot of room for you to work with.
Yeah, I mean, it's a harder role early in a title too. Like just getting, that's why a lot of times our game ends up more sub-heavy towards the end of the year.
It's definitely more sub-heavy now.
Yeah, you learn timings better.
That thing is gross.
No, it is. It's disgusting. We'll see how this control will play out, though. 1-1 tie. This will be the swing game for the advantage. Gwent looking to hit on the nade. Doesn't hit, but the shots do. TJ's going to get clipped, though, as he tries to cross. Vivid and Gwen there, though, to pick up the scraps, and they'll be right on the point. You got a 3-stack here, 3-stack swinging on them as well. 04 is out. He's in. How many times have we seen this play come through? And that is unfortunate. Thankfully, you have more bodies here. You're still okay, but I thought things about fell apart there when you got hit with an nade.
Yeah, like, can we talk about this? Like, you shouldn't be able to just go out of the map. That just adds another lane to a map that a team has to watch on the point.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, we used to be able to fly and stuff, so for whatever reason, that doesn't really bother me that much.
You have 3 players on it, and nobody can watch that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I know someone's like, oh, it's fun, and you're not wrong. But I just don't think that should happen.
I just think of like afterburner and wall running and stuff.
Yeah, no, but you were on the wall, I guess.
It's true, that's true. But what height were they at? I don't know. You hit from anywhere, bro. It was insane.
Just sitting there like they have like a great start, a nice setup, and a guy out of the map just killed it for you.
Well, they did get through. I thought he was going to get 2 or 3, honestly, before the nade hit. But with about 30 seconds left, Slasher will get back onto it. Not going to be on it long. This might be their last crack at it, honestly. So it's like, do you push his 2 or wait for your teammates? They're going to spawn all the way out towards Lambo and Rock, though. And they've got to try to get back over. TJ's just trying to buy as much time as he can. Just pause that clock. But they're kind of dying just one by one. They haven't been able to really group up and make a play over this last, like, minute of play. The last person standing mid-map will be Gwen. And he's able to pounce. He's out to 8-2, so he's having himself a round, but they only have 7.1 on the clock. They're even in lives. They just need this extension desperately. He needs his teammates to go wild top halls while he just tries to play on the point, but as he drops, TJ can be the one that tries to lunge in. They'll both just hop over to B and see what they can do. Trying to pull off a miracle here, Joe.
Yeah, just trying to, at least they get another tick. Okay, now maybe they can get this B point. He's gonna have another 1-on-1. Well, maybe a 1-on-2 as a flank does come through, but it allows his teammate to get onto this point. Gwyn is gonna be Spider-Man here.
As much as I said they just really dying one by one, they've like always just had one more person on a point. Like they extended that a lot longer than I thought they were going to, and we'll see if grabbing an extra tick or 2 will end up being a difference, maybe for around 5. But overall, you like what you saw of the defense from Surge?
Yeah, just nice little retakes there, and I mean, yeah, it kind of just started with the break. Then you had 3 players on it from Carolina. Nate comes over the top, but yeah, the route from 04 shut it down.
Maybe you should just like start coughing or something. Always pretend it's Warzone. Like you're in the gas. You're just out there coughing up a lung, so you know someone's out there with a cigarette or something coming in with a gun as well, and they can swing on it. You know, I'd be okay with that.
Like, dude, like you have 3 players on it. One's got to watch shed door. Okay, one's got to watch the flank. One then has to watch balcony and like lower into shed.
Bro,
the guy shed. Watching the shed door can also look outside the map.
That just, whenever you say stuff like that, it reminded me, I'll never forget. Joe and I went to IW.
Oh, God.
In 2019, and the first map they had us play was, what Grasna Raid, was it?
Yeah, without a mini-map.
Without a mini-map against the devs. And I'll be honest, when we go there, a lot of times when we play with the devs, like, they get slammed. Like, we're going there with, like, pros and former pros. Joe and I got absolutely dunked on by devs. I would swing out to the street. I swear to God, there were 16 windows I had to clear, 14 doorways, 6 different paths. They were calling in choppers on us. I was in an actual war. It was horrifying.
It was.
So whenever you talk about like so many lanes to watch, I'll just never forget that. I walked out, I'm like, how am I supposed to clear all this? Like, I'm literally gonna break my neck looking left and right. Oh. Well, Vivid will get his second in this, and so far the defense is held. Dude, that's still one of my funniest memories, bro. We were looking at each other's mind blown, just getting slammed by devs.
Yeah.
Oh.
It lives in our mind rent-free, ladies and gentlemen. We always talk about that title.
We will, yeah.
It scares me.
I don't think we ever make it a single cast without discussing it in some way. That's my fault.
You gotta go to therapy over it.
Probably should. TJ line and wait. Not sure if they're going to wrap this out back or will go right over his head. He's able to clip him before he gets around the edge. Abuza's double them, buys them a little bit of space. 7.7 now on the clock. TJ trying to swing out, catches a stun to the face, bullets hitting as well. Abuza's gotten all 3. Gwyn finally there to trade it out. He's on 4 in a row. I thought the snap might be there. Comes up a little bit short, but you do have the quicker reinforcement on that side. Or do you? The bodies just seem to keep appearing for Surge. TJ from the top rope, though. Thought he had it. We've had some disgusting omni movement type doubles, but they're not going to work. Got to get on it. With 0.9, they're able to do it. And so far, what was it, 3 ticks on the other side?
Yeah, 3 ticks. I mean, this has been, it was almost a perfect round. Yeah, now they've made it messy over here towards B. So the second tick is coming through. Abuza's going to win another one. And now you have Nasty hitting a nice timey off spawn up top in office. So what went from pretty ugly now is doable here.
Could be the same result with 3 ticks, but you gave yourself more of a chance. Problem is you're down 6 lives. Abuza must have gotten 5 or 6 kills, though, to get them that point. He was huge for him. TJ's double silences the mount up towards A. Well, outside of Nasty, though, he gets through. So we'll see if they pick this up, or is he able to pinch something with his teammates as they start to work up. Oh, well.
They know he's there now.
Yep.
They heard
Stun
him
check.
Listen to that classical music. He decided, yeah, not listen to that anymore. Still got to find him, though. And, well, not able to locate him. 0-4 is going to get 2. Oh. Nasty going right back to his desk. And now they can start to work this point.
I was to say, is he going to get shot at? If it was just tucked in the corner. Maybe some awkward timing there for a moment, but that's the lives. You only have 6 up if you're Surge, and only 23.5 seconds. But hold up, hold up. Those 2 make it a little bit more interesting. You're clawing your way back in lives. You're pushing it on the progress. Second tick is done. At one point, you had 0.9 seconds remaining, and suddenly you pulled this one from the absolute depths. No, you have not. They're able to slide out and clear, and that should be the final clear. You only have Abuza and Nasty left. That was, well, some like late point heroics to get to that spot if you are Surge, but Ravens just kind of overwhelm them there at the end. I thought maybe they pulled that off.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, a hell of a round out of Surge. I mean, it started off so well for Carolina. It was looking like 0 ticks were going to come through, and they were just like mosquitoes. There was just always one more player on that B point. What we saw from Carolina, where they went like towards A, they just kept pushing through to B over and over from top office, just reinforcing and reinforcing. Yeah, there was a couple of chances maybe to get A, or at least get another tick. Should you have that advantage, but Carolina recovered.
So close to stealing the round. From 0.9 on the clock to nearly the 2-0 edge. We'll see what Ravens can do a little differently here on offense. They made it scrappy, and hell, they extended it a lot longer than it should have, considering they never actually got the minute extension. I swear those last like 20 seconds were there for 2 minutes. Gwyn's having a map, by the way. He's on 17 through 2.
Yeah, his respawns have been great today.
Oh, hello. Nice little slide and chow there. Just trying to shoot him through the fences, but TJ's repositions. He's able to take that a second one. His teammates, unfortunately, dropping around him. The wall bang will ring true, though, for Gwyn, so he'll keep them kind of second-guessing around that B side, at least for now. Just going to tuck here inside of the doorway, bide his time as he waits for his teammates to maybe win some fights, as Vivid is able to do that top hall. On the long flank around, that'll be number 3 and Nasty, but that's going to get picked up by Vivid.
Yeah, Dre read here, and you can tell, right? Both offenses are really just trying to work this B point. You get that far boat spawn if you are the defense, where 1 and 3 just pop up, and now you have, well, all 4 alive. You're going to 3-stack this. Gwyn, look outside the map. Never mind, we're just going to put Slasher in the shed, so that can't happen. We're going to try to get this done.
That's one way to deal with it, Joe.
No, it is. I'm learning. I'm going to write that down.
We just need to bring back, like, just barricades, bro. Just put it in front of the shed.
Well, I mean, they needed it there, because somehow 0-4 gets 2, and all 4 players off the B.
Yeah, no, it looks so good, but yeah, you try to stop that play from happening. You don't have 3 stacked on it any longer. It slows it down a bit, and suddenly, yeah, they end up swarming. You see where we look in the ticks department. But obviously, you've had more offense here for Royal Ravens, and they're in a similar spot kind of last time around. 22 seconds to go. Now, they extended this 22 seconds for a hell of a long time the first time. Can they do it again? Gwyn, he can't get away. He's a magician. Oh, my God. If he got that one, that would have been a sick play. But instead, they get wiped off the board. It's just going to be TJ here now to do something. Well, what are you trying to do? You're just find your kills. You're by yourself, and you don't find any. Vivid's going to get dropped. Looking like maybe no heroics this time around.
Maybe Gwyn can get to B. It's going to be close. There's one more player here. Dives on it. But they just swarm him, but he got to A. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I take it back. Well, it's like you get to the one hall, you can just get to either point so quickly, but this time they clear them with far more efficiency. The defense has been solid here for Surge.
Well, you can already see just like both teams in really the league, right? I mean, last weekend there were just a lot of offensive round wins, right? This map's newer, not as many reps maybe in scrims. Like, kind of what are our priorities as a defense? And I think early on in this map, there was just a lot of sort of, you didn't realize how far you spawned out from B, like towards that top boathouse, just like how difficult it can be. Once you got a 3 or 4 day, like, it just felt really difficult for our teams to retake, unless like a nade hit, but starting to see it be a lot better throughout this map.
No, I think it's just, I mean, just the nature of how close these two sites are to each other. Like, it just ends up with these insane situations where offenses are just scrambling, throwing bodies off the catwalk around a hallway, just trying to get onto something. No action yet. Just to hear the utility going out around the map. Hixie gets an opener for the offense. They follow it up with more. Vivid shots are all into the wall as he gets gunned to sleep by Nasty. Nasty on a little bit of tear here early in the round. He's on 5 in a row, and he's been the one really popping off for Surge. They start to make some progress. Slasher, though, with the route, able to get the angle onto Abuza's head. TJ with a headshot as well. He's still got 2 players pushed up. Oh, sorry, 1 as 04 drops.
Yeah, I mean, you saw, I think it was Gwyn. Yeah, he's able to find both of them. He throws that nade, maybe hits 04, 04 tries to activate, instead gets taken down, and now TJ's in your spawn. So then we saw this the first time through from Carolina. Very strong defense. But 2 and 3, they're taking a long route here. All the way through Rock's side. Didn't flank that top office. Gwyn is just waiting again. Yeah,
it's just like how efficiently as a defense can you deal with those players once they get to offense? Like, Gwyn's been doing a really good job of it, but it's like you make one play from this spot on offense, and like, look at this little lurk. Wow. Okay, well, little lurk, and TJ does a little twerk on his forehead.
That's a good time.
As he just peels him. 20 seconds to go, only 1 tick so far, but remember, this is where they pulled it out. They had 0.9 seconds that they were able to turn into 5 ticks. Can they do it again here? TJ wants no part of it. And no, they all get dropped. No heroics this time around for Seattle, so we'll get the 2-2.
Yeah, that's it. They just didn't allow a play to happen really on either of those points, but big plays out of Gwyn and TJ, because you could see the focus there for Surge is, yeah, get off his control, just kind of lurk, trying to deal with a couple of players off spawn, at least just stagger the defense, right? Just on the other side of the map, we're stuck, or a couple of us are stuck on this side due to like someone like TJ. Just try to play office, and then from office, yeah, you can go to A or B, but they just were not able to make any play there.
No, yeah. They got sniffed out every single time. But now the teams talk through strategy for this final round. Tied up again 1-1 in this series. A big one here. TJ carrying over a little bit of a streak into this. We'll see if that turns into anything. You've got what, kind of 3-on-2, 3-on-3, maybe going to be a 3-on-4 in a second here, as you've got a pretty big stack over towards B off the opener defensively, and well, they'll take the numbers and they'll make the plays. The good luck with that gunfight as Abuza shuts it down, and that's about as clean as they'll get. Most of the breaks for Surge defensively have been solid. I mean, you just have not got a footing at all if you're Carolina, and that's sometimes that's all it takes in control of the realm. One good opening break on offense, and suddenly you're making stuff happen. It's just like a snowball.
Yeah, because now you know where they all spawn. They all spawned up broad shot. You shift over, one top ball. You have one watching that area on the outside, and now you all push up, and look at this.
Yeah.
Here in this round 5.
Yeah, they're trying to make a snowball, and it's 75 degrees outside, I guess. No, no snowballs for Carolina. Or maybe, Gwyn, maybe. Nasty, though, with his little patient plays. He talks, and the fact that he gets 2 there, as he had a player right next to him. how differently this sequence could have gone. Nice little slide out and swing there from 0-4. Once again, he's going to get shut down with a nade as he makes a play out over towards B, but time is just gone. You haven't touched a point, really, if you are Carolina. This is your last effort to get there. You're down 6 lives. They're swinging out, and Hicksy's going to be calling it. He's going to make the play. He's going to find the timing. One's going to get shut down. They're going to have to turn heads, but also have to worry about getting onto the point. They're going to get there with 2.3 left. Vivid gets one as well. Nasty, though, in the window. Him and Abuza getting the shots in. Surge come up big in the map 3, and they'll take the 2-1 edge. And now it's like, we were worried about the hard point for Carolina. It's like, thank God they won the hard point. Otherwise they just got 3 all bopped out of this, and you would have given them the advantage at 2 and 3. But this is not going how I thought it was going to go.
Not at all. And I mean, you know, Ali's talking about on the desk, their defense has been looking great in control, and well, they're Hacienda, now they're 2-0 on this, right? So again, just trying to find that map pool, expanding it, and yeah, Hacienda control looking solid so far on Surge. But I mean, yeah, really, their offenses were, you know, they had a couple of decent rounds where they were extending their time, but their defense looked fantastic.
Yeah, no, there was, outside of that, like, great effort, you got what round, well, the first offensive try for Carolina, they were just getting blown out the last couple of rounds. Really nice stuff there from Surge, and nothing really crazy in the numbers department. No one really going off, just working together well as a unit. When they need to make a play around an objective, they were able to do that. But that final round just felt like it was over as soon as it started. I mean, they were all pushed up to like the, what do you call it, 70-yard line or something. Like they were deep early, and Carolina had no answer.
Yeah, I mean, you win that break off, you know where the next 4 are spawning, and you just had a subtle shift with one player top ball. Just made sure they didn't get through on that side, and then after you find that second set of kills, yeah, I mean, Carolina just has to run across the map. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Like, there was a chance maybe they would be if, like, someone's able to find Hicksy on that flank. It just doesn't happen.
No, it just didn't feel like, honestly, on, like, either side of it, you had, like, that many situations where you had, like, a 3 or 4 dead for Surge. Well, especially just, like, when they were on defense. Like, there were not many moments. We just saw one in the feed from, like, TJ's POV, but that's when they're playing defense. And that's sometimes all you need to do defensively to control. Just, if you're going to die, just don't die as, like, a unit, right? Someone needs to get a couple of kills. Just don't let that clean wipe happen, and suddenly you're playing from the back foot. Good disciplined Call of Duty defense there from Vancouver Surge. Now in control. We'll see if they can close it out in the Harper. Where are we going for map 4? Skyline?
Skyline.
Okay. So polar opposite, obviously, from what we saw on Red Card.
Yeah, and again, for Surge, this is a map they haven't played. There's 0-0. There's 0-0 on the year. So just one that starts to enter the map pool. You have to get rid of Protocol. On the other side, Vault's taken care of. I think one for Carolina that started out strong, but now it's 2 and 4. So it's still like a map they're picking. Still a comfort map for them. That means like scrims in practice are going well, but recently in matches, not as good as they want to be.
Yeah, and this is just one of those matches. Like, I know, listen, we have what? All 3 of the 4-1 teams are playing today. And I don't usually talk a lot about like seeds and stuff at the top because, well, I'm more worried about who's going to get into winners. Like, that's kind of the big storyline for me. But the first seed's still open, but you might end up playing Atlanta FaZe for all we know. Like, they're the 8th seed right now. They could finish there. So what do you, like, when it's something like this, it's not that often where you have like a team that's good, that's in like the 8th spot. Do you stop caring kind of about your seeding? Or are you still pushing for the first seed just due to like the advantage in the vetoes or like side picks? Or
yeah, I mean, you're just trying to win.
Yeah,
the
first seed, simple as that, just trying to win.
Yeah, you're trying to carry momentum into Madrid before we go there. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at the current standing. As you said, yeah, both of these teams, or yeah, you still have a lot of teams at 4-1. Toronto Optic, that's like this Sunday game. That could be for the first seed. I imagine FaZe is going to finish in 8th, depending. But I mean, listen, some of these teams at 2 and 3, there might be a team that gets in at 2 and 5, or there probably will be. Because
yeah, no, I mean, I don't
Surge
think
has a tough one. Miami plays FaZe in Carolina. Rocker plays tomorrow. Like, and they all have some tough games.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think FaZe are actually going to finish 8th, but who knows?
It could happen.
I mean, yeah. I'm like more of a believer now, but not like completely in their back scenario yet. But they have obviously been improving, and we're going to see them. We cast the last match tonight, which I'm pumped for. Actually, I didn't think coming into this year I'd be pumped for Boston FaZe, but like I am with how Boston's been playing. Purge's last series, they're 4-1. I'm all about it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like, yeah, FaZe is just, it feels like they are rolling, right? Cell's playing at a very high level again.
Yeah.
Seeing scrims where they're winning, outslaying by 30 and winning by 20 in Hardpoint. So that's the FaZe formula.
Yeah, no, it sure is. It sure is. Gwen erupted like a volcano at the end of that map 1. He just went wild over the last couple minutes. I think in a map like this, you'd probably love for him to come out a little bit hotter and get going early on. But the pick here for Carolina, they won the map 1 pretty convincingly. Maybe it's a 60-point game, but like they really took over late. Now can they push it to a map 5, get to a protocol search and destroy? Not a team you think's going to lose 2 searches based on how this year has gone for them. It's been the double hardpoint losses that have really costed them in the last couple of series. Can they get it to a map 5? I mean, why not? It go the opposite of how I thought it might.
Yeah, no, a great start already. You're going to get all 4 dead.
Okay.
And I think that's important just because it felt like just towards the end of that game, like Seattle Surge, everybody was, finding multi-kills. Starting to play with a lot of confidence. You saw it in their player cams. They're starting to get fired up.
Like
that shuts them down.
You play a couple offenses in a row on control, and
it's not a good time.
Yeah, it's almost like you're breaking a hard point over and over again, right? Like it can be. So I know it's different, but it can be frustrating, I'm sure. So you get the juices flowing here early on. Gwen taking names, taking faces. He's got back-to-back headshots there, and they've got a hell of a P1 to start this. They turned it into 30 points, thought maybe it would be more, but now they're swinging out piano side. Vivid's backing up. Best of luck with this. Tries to get Simtux down in some shots, but not going to take anything. So able to push through, take out Vivid, now get spawns. It's your chance to answer back if you are Surge. But they're not going to have a lot of grace period. Okay, or are they? I thought the swing's coming in, but they pick up all 3. So Carolina with a chance to maybe make that a bit messy, not give them their kind of calm, cool, collected setup. They can't break through.
Well, it's just kind of what you don't want, right? With 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left into the hill, you all just kind of break down in your setup at P1. And with this, how small this map is, they get across, they flip spawns. Yeah, nice recovery from Surge.
You're just hoping if you get broke with that 15, maybe you could get the spawns for P2, but it's just they lose on both fronts, yeah. The old double whammy. Pixie on 3 straight. He's leading with 7. And if it was a good P1 for Royal Ravens, this has been a dominant P2. With 15 seconds left, every second had gone the way of Surge. I mean, you might have got a point. No, you didn't actually get the tick, did you, for Royal Ravens? So it's all been the Surge side of things. Now, Ravens, what can you do here at P3? You've got mid-map control after that gunfight win from Slasher. You're into the point. Lurking out Jacuzzi side was Vivid, but he's going to get dropped. And Slasher is playing from the point. He's just going to get ripped out of there, and his teammates find the rest of the kills, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, it can be frustrating, right? Around this P3. A lot of different angles they can get you from.
There's so many angles on this.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is, catwalk side, you can just drop down, right? So it's like someone can watch one drop down, they hit the other, able to find that angle. But some nice early time, and Gwyn is snapping 4 in a row. A great slide, nice shots on Nabuza and 04. Another 4 dead, and now they're going to try to go and get to P4 and flip this spawn. Surge you spawn up, and that's what you see. The arrows just kind of stop for them for now.
Slasher, the guy for the point, he picks up the 1 spawn out. They had, what, 3 spawn right, 1 spawned out left. Slasher picked that up. He's still trying to battle inside of the hard point. He'll finally drop, but now a chance to chain things together. You've got 3 flying in fast, and you kind of have a parallel side on the left side as 1 spawns out from either side. It's just off to the races, trying to get back and give their team numbers. But it's Gwyn with another massive multi-kill. He's up to 11, trying to go huge for the squad. Gwyn goes huge.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is the difference right now is the multi-kills from Gwyn and from Slasher. They're able to bounce back in that P3. They found Nabuza on rotation, 5 in a row for Gwyn.
Up to 14 and 7, double positive early. And what would I say? He'd probably like to have a little hotter start, not have to go God mode late in the game like he did in the map 1. This time he's bringing the noise early on. But it's Skyline, so still close.
Yeah, it's still close.
Yeah.
You would love to have that time. I mean, you got some nice pressure there through the back, did Surge, but they weren't able to get the spawns. Last couple of players spawn up, and yeah, they're just winning gunfights right now. TJ, though, does get taken down, 04. He's able to find him, but that's kind of what Carolina wanted. They wanted to flip the spawns, and now they have this set up here for P1. So great stuff so far throughout that first set.
And as good as Gwen's POV has been. We haven't seen a lot of it from Slasher, but hell, he's got the most kills in the lobby at 16. You didn't really get anything from P1 if you were Surge. The P2 is where you were dominant. So the script kind of flips here in the second set of rotations. But where it really kind of came down to was what, around 15 or so seconds, where the big moments happened, and well, that's going to be 4 dead. You're fortunate you're spawning out towards P2 if you are Royal Ravens.
You see Abuza and Nasty, everyone turns around here. They're just worried about a split. But what ends up happening is all 4 do spawn on that side of the map. It's not the worst case here for Surge because they got so much time on that P1. They're only down 6 seconds or so, and they'll have time off spawn to put pressure on.
Sure, it's just one of those things like, you know, we talk about 4 down a lot because it's really important in control, and it can be very important at Hardpoint, but it's also like tricky to pick up spawn-wise sometimes, right? Especially if it's like all 4 within like your respawn timer. It's real quick, and it's just like, I'm not sure how this one's gonna play out.
It all depends kind of on your position, right? Because if you're far enough up, pushed up, you may spawn 1 or 2 on that side of the map, but then the further you go, the other 2 might spawn on the other side of the map. So that's where those arrows are turning. But again, at P2, they're able to get that break. Is Surge.
Well, last time it was the early setup and hold. This time we'll see if they can turn into a break and hold, but probably not going to happen. You got 1 player here still, but the safe spawn comes in for Carolina here close. Nasty's just been lurking. Now he wants to eat. Nice read on the flank. Able to win that. His teammate wins one on the front. And you get back in with a nice little chunk of 20 seconds or so remaining. And this is the P3 where Ravens really, that was their turn to answer. Slasher got a lot of time going. He was getting a ton of kills for him. They worked that into a P4 where Gwyn popped off. This is where you really want to step it up now if you're Surge. Can you make this look a little bit better? You can push this game, break it wide open.
Well, you're just hoping if you're Carolina, like someone has an idea of where Nasty is, right? Or just someone just checks the back door. It just feels like there's that last player is always kind of lurching in a corner there. That just comes down to comms, right? Calling out names. Maybe they think they all have all 4 dead, all 4 off spawn, but Nasty just waited so patiently to make that play at P2.
Well, the play might end up being massive for him. A little clean sweep here if they're able to pick up Nasty. Okay, here's another situation where Nasty, well, he got hit with a stun, so surely they're going to be ready for him this time around. No, or not. He's last guy up, and he ends up getting 2 again. I know a little bit of a different scenario, but he's just that last player, able to be patient, wait for the reinforcements to come. They come quick in a map like Skyline because you're not spawning that far out. Nasty and his teammates make the play. You're holding on to a 5-point advantage. You're trying to close out this series. Surge roaring right now. Let's hear. There comes.
No, Roxy, TV.
Yeah, that's here we go.
Stone, DJ, there we go. No, top stone.
Came right to you, John. I'll be back tail.
I'm not waiting for you.
He's gonna be next on you.
I'm still
On stone, wood maybe.
Yeah, one on left,
Stone dead, stone, DT.
Stone on left, that's one dead, guys.
3, all left. Okay.
Anytime. One shot. Keep playing more bed. Nice. We missed one. Probably bed or something. 2, I mean, bed. 1 HP bed, he's worked. He's bed now. Bedside.
I'm getting stone.
One on the back. I'm watching back table. Nice. One work, back left again.
Play kills.
He's weak, and lean on time. He went stone, they spawned there.
Stone? You went stone?
Yes.
Yo, shower. Shower door of time.
Thanks,
It's a good buddy. It's a good.
Stop dead. I'm getting stone.
Okay, wait, they're spawning out.
Stone.
D-chest.
Back table. Cheers. We see.
I was shower.
Listen, calm down, okay?
Yeah.
I'm
into it.
I'm pretty sure Gwyn on the ground, boys. I spawned old.
Yeah, he could have.
One on bottom bed. I'll get it.
He would have.
One, stop cat. I'll
Old. We're going on. $1,000,000%.
He just
Nice.
He's tap P2. Spray time.
I'm saying
He's on P2, okay?
Yeah.
They're gonna be top plat. They're gonna be top plat on you. Yeah, they're gonna be top plat on you.
I'm dead.
2 top left. 2, 1 outside
TV
again.
and cat. He hit.
DV gonna tail me. He push 2 right.
One
I'll
shot.
take it down and call what you got.
Top bed.
Yeah, let's go.
Close.
Dead. Anytime.
I'm playing Punish Social. He's safe.
Yeah, you
Ready?
take it. I'm low. 3, 2, 1.
TV.
One shot each.
He's two guys. He's top cat dead.
Time. 1 HP time. I want top cat again.
Nade time.
This time.
There's a guy TV still weird. I think he's just sitting on the bar.
Yeah.
Auto plat. Good.
Put it on the bar. Put it on the bar.
Stop outside there.
There's two.
David left time.
Time.
TV now. TV on time. TV. He's gonna challenge.
Charlie, Austin.
TV's weak.
I'm gonna top again.
Still good
TV on time. One break. Stop on me.
But you kind of heard what it sounds like when a player's making a play against the team. They were trying to find TJ, trying to deal with him. He goes on a stretch during that P1 that was massive. for Royal Ravens, and a part of why they have a 20-point advantage right now, and they are into the P2 and trying to hold. Good chance to close it out and push it to a map 5. But here comes Surge out and punch it, looking for openers, but the subs have been shutting it down. TJ and Gwen trying to lead the way, but they both drop, and now you still have life if you're Surge.
This has been the hill. This has kind of been the pain for Carolina throughout this map has been this P2. How good Surge have been. They found a big breakthrough Nasty last time through. So, yeah, I mean,
it's got to be like 115 or something.
It's a lot to a little on this hill, but you're going to need to try to get them off time. They do just that. They find all 4 kills. They're able to get the flip, and now a much more comfortable situation to close this game out.
Yeah, the fact that there's enough time that they can win it, all the pressure on Surge to send it. They can't think about rotating. They got to go in and fly. They're getting picked, though. The subs once again stepping it up. TJ has been frying, and it's Gwen, the other sub there with the trade. They get all the kills at the end of it. It was Gwen taking over late in the map 1. Here, him and TJ really dictating things late. And, well, they struggled with the P2 until they didn't. They were able to close the map out there, win both hard points. It's been a pain point for them as of late, but right now, a little bit of a roll. But, I mean, this also is a team you need to beat in hard point if you're, I don't know, if you're a 4-1, top 4 type team, like this is, you need to be winning respawns.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're doing it in a very solid way. Just a great start there from Carolina, and everyone's kind of having their moments here for the Ravens throughout that map, whether it was Gwyn, whether it was Slasher. I mean, Gwyn's been fantastic through all three respawns now. But yeah, I mean, throughout that, listen, you heard TJ making the plays, Slasher throughout that map. Good skyline for them.
So, this is a random question, but there's a 3-4-1 teams. I think we think Thieves in general is going to be like an elite team eventually, even if they're struggling right now. But like, if you had to look at Boston and at Carolina, like who do you think is going to be like the better team in the long run?
I mean,
I'm just curious.
I know. I just can't believe this is like.
Yeah.
It started off kind of. Carolina was looking the better team. Now it's sort of. It looks like Boston seems to be a bit more of a flowed, complete game right now.
Yeah.
In terms of the long run, I don't know.
I'm just curious. It's tough.
I'm just happy both these teams are. We're talking about it.
No, true. Honestly, yeah, that's probably the best point from it. That they're in the conversation with Thieves. The 4-1 is probably the big thing. But this is how it's looked. If you joined us late, maybe both hard points going the way of Royal Ravens. You're trying to get the old-fashioned 2-3-5 done. If you were Surge, and for Surge, like. The Search and Destroy is something they've really needed to work on. On the opposite side, the Hardpoint is something you've really needed to work on. So teams probably putting a little bit of extra effort into these two things. Maybe you're seeing it pay dividends here, but to a map 5, and well, I mean, we'll see. Anything could happen here.
Yeah, I mean, it is protocol. You have to feel confident if you are Carolina. Again, protocol has kind of been their go-to throughout the year in every single mode. So for Surge, it's just you've been struggling in Surge. Map 2 looked very good. Your retakes looked fantastic. This is another map where, with that A-bomb site, a lot of it could come down to retakes.
All right, well, we're getting ready for a big map 5 here. We got our final couple of days here for the Call of Duty League before we're headed to Spain. It's going to be a very wonderful, delicious, and sexy time as Major 1 is around the corner. Everything gets decided now over the course of this weekend. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with map 5.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
air, like screaming. Oh, do I need to? Okay, all right, I can.
Okay, here we go.
Can I open? Am I strong enough to open this?
Yeah.
You can open it for me? I'm not strong enough.
Are you serious?
I need you.
Well, we got to take this
You're
off.
my work husband.
We got to take this off.
Oh,
Okay,
that helps. Now can I do it?
Yeah, probably. Go. Come on.
I can't do it, dude. Twisted bar. I need to chug the syrup.
Is this guy serious right now?
Oh, you're very strong. Did you get it?
Not the headset, please. Yeah! Woo! Oh, God, what are you doing? Oh, my gosh. That was way too much.
We've got inside on stage. That's delicious.
Okay.
Pistol. Wait, find the bomb.
We're playing the bomb.
Oh, my God.
God, ball, come on, give it to me.
Bomb is armed.
No, I don't know if he gets sound.
Behind you.
Iron Doge does it all now.
Oh, Kobe.
Unicorn.
I have Roach in bed now. Roach said, I feel all the left. I got one more.
One shot.
I just want to shut him out. They can only go top. Only can go top.
Here. Help time. I'll spawn.
Yep.
Done. Rugs. Low piano.
Rugs,
Too
low
low
piano.
Stay down.
Good shit, boys. No, I'm done. I'm done.
Sit down.
Find out. There.
Find out.
He's still there. Right corner.
It's one here.
Spawn here. All three. In the shower. Deep cut. Dead.
Hold on.
On the tub.
Hold on. I have a pinch.
Tub.
I can't get in.
One more. Shower.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Holy shit, Phil.
Jesus.
Yo, don't call game like that. Don't call game like that.
That was the worst HPs we've ever played.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
My god.
No. No way.
That scrap guy is comedy. Whether it was like the search and destroy where he stood up too early, thought it was over, and it wasn't. The hard point said, GG's, guys. The Hydra's like screaming people to the point. Got to finish the game, Joe.
Yeah, no, you do.
But
it's important it's 250.
Yeah, it is. And speaking of finishing the game, we're going out of the map 5 now. We're seeing who's going to be able to take it. This is, big for both teams, just in very different ways. If you think about the Surge side of it, you're trying to get that third win. It should get you into winner's bracket. It should get you into top 8, depending on how everything else plays out. On the other side of it, it's really just those 3, 4, and 1 teams. It's just a matter of where you're going to finish up there. But, you feel pretty good about going into the tournament if you're Carolina, but what kind of seed can you get? Even if you lose this series, you feel bad you lost, but maybe you feel good. Your hardpoint looks a little better. Like you got some hardpoint wins.
I guess that's something to take away
Just
from
based
it.
on how it's gone, but also the losses over to FaZe and what? Boston,
and then to Surge. It just feels like you're trending the wrong way.
Yeah.
Trending the wrong way for a major.
Well, I was thinking about just the hard points, but yeah, no, just the losses. Yes, this is definitely trending the wrong way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, through the stun, the timing. So Hixie's just able to get through all the nades in Carolina. Maybe it's a good spawn, catches them off guard. Saw his teammates were behind him, but it's the double from Hixie. The bomb plant as well. The man's doing it all.
And Slasher, who's like, can I just get something going in the search? Because remember, he started out, 0-5, 0-6 in that map too. He's left on an island, nothing he can do, but yeah. Hixie gets past it, catches 2 people with their pants down. He gets 2, 04 gets 2, and they'll take that round. In the map 2, I think the first bloods were even 5-5. Both teams were finding their success. It was really just Carolina in the post-plant positions, and we'll see. It's a different map, but can they do better in those spots?
Yeah, and this is just another map where you've played them one time in a match if you're Surge, right? So that's 4 maps in this series where you have 1 or 0 reps.
Yeah, it's still, they're playing it obviously every day in scrims and stuff, but
that says to me, again, we're just really trying to find an answer to our struggles.
Yeah. Well, Booza gets the opener, insta-traded back. Nasty's got one right outside his doorway. Just tucked right outside, be number 7. That'll be Gwen. He's right under the zip right now. I think he just came up. Yep, he just came up. Gwen was lurking that whole time. He finds a great timing there. and you're firmly in control right now if you were Carolina. Last guy up will be 04. Came into the league, made a name for himself with his 1v3s. Can he get one done here? If he can catch one like before they get this plan in, be nice if he had an AR.
Yeah, there's just still so much time, and you can see they're just kind of waiting on that. They're allowing, you know, Slasher to get all the way through the back, just pretty much into a perfect setup. So when he goes for this plant, there can't be any shenanigans, as they like to say. So 04, he's going to have to win some gunfights with a sub. All right, well, at least it finds an AR, but
as long as Vivid is at that helicopter, you are not going to be able to win this round.
You got the helicopter on one side, then Slasher all the way back gun.
It's like, I feel like back gun, you have a chance to just hit straight headies if you catch somebody. Like the heli kill, like it's just
Shoulders.
It happens.
Just shoulders.
Yeah.
Throwing shoulders. Get a wall bang it, but yeah.
I was gonna say, if he just got beamed right there, I was like, all right, just ignore me. He's like, I got zapped. He's just gonna carry his 2 streak, and okay, well, screw the heli, because Vivid's head just got absolutely locked up. Nice shots there to get to 3-0, but to lose the round. So far, both offenses able to get it done. And, well, I mean, that's what you could do, Joe. That's what you could do. You know how you improve in your post plants? You get to a 3v1 when you plant.
Right, that's true.
That's a way to improve.
Well, yeah, no. Certainly helps.
Don't stop plant the bomb until we have firm numbers.
Last time on defense, though, is AC who found that timing. Let's see if he goes for that again, or are they just going to switch it up here?
Before gets pegged. As he tries to get over top mid, never gets back to full life, and Slasher's got the comm, he's got the shots. Another first blood now for Royal Ravens.
Well, I think Slasher's watching that as soon as he gets hit by a nade. Whether it's Slasher's nade or someone else's nade, they know someone is top middle.
Yep.
And he's just kind of staying patient. And now Surge, they try to go towards B. Slasher repositions. He's got all the kills in the round, including his teammate.
He sure does. And yeah, again, he was 0-5 in that map too. Much better here as he's on 4 straight. And again, they put themselves into a 3v1. Nasty not given an opportunity there to bring it back. They're definitely looking more comfortable here on protocol as you expected they would. What's their record here?
2-1.
Yeah.
It just feels like they're a protocol team. They were one of the first to.
I don't know, bro. There's Toronto Ultra and there's everybody else.
Well, on Surge, yeah, that's true.
Bro, yeah. At least the last couple. You and I have casted, 6-0, 6-1 the last 2 we've casted there. They've looked disgusting. They're not going to be playing that map. There's just no way. If anyone's watched them recently, there's no way. It's been the most lopsided searches on the year. There haven't even been like close rounds. There's literally hammering people. I think the most flustered I saw them there was against Falcons. Slasher trying to keep the streak going. Still got an aid to use. Opposition's utilities coming in. Stun is going to hit. Now they're going to swing on him. Oh, yeah! Gets out of there. 17 HP. Still going to be a tough spot in the 2 versus 4, but I was locked in on Slasher.
No, I mean, you got a chance now. He's able to find a pick. So Booz is able to get caught. Now that B bomb site's just kind of open. And now you might just commit to the retake. If you are Surge, you'd see nobody's really moving. And Hixie's the one player on that side of the map, but they're just going to group up together. And well, Slasher's just going to try to play patient. It's just a question of what kind of timing does he get.
Still a bit of time here to work with, 30 or so seconds. It's always the scariest thing in the world as you try to breach inside. You're just clearing everything. As they go swing onto B and get a spot check. Another gig is up. Plant now in.
It's going to be tough. Well, yeah, double ARs. I mean, maybe you find a sub on the ground if you're one of those players from Carolina, but...
Does anybody have anything left? Any stuns, any nades, anything to use? Nope, they're just going to go in and hit it. But David wins a big one. Gets it done with the R. He's traded out. It's all going to be on Slasher. He's on 5 straight. Now a chance to clutch in the 1 versus 2.
He's got a car. Does he want to use it? Nope. He's going to use the gun instead. Hits the slide. Nasty wasn't even on it quite yet. There was just so much time. I was thinking maybe was he going to try to leave, maybe call in the car, but doesn't happen. Still, heck of an attempt in a 2 versus 4.
I couldn't believe he got out of there in the first place. I thought he was dead to rights. Like, he threw his frag out, and I swear I saw like 3 things fly in at him. Maybe 2 went deep, but he got stunned. I think Nade hit him a little bit too. Some bullets. He got out with 17 HP. Got a pick, as you said. Nearly made it around, but it's just a lot easier to like omni movement swing there with a sub and maybe chow one and get out. It's gonna be tough to do with.
Yeah, I mean, Vivid gets the first. Slasher's probably hoping to get one crossing, like onto the trade from Vivid, but it just doesn't happen, right? They jump up top computers, they give you like no angle, or they hit a slide. That's just so hard to hit that shot.
He just had to get one before they got to bomb, because then he's playing blind. We saw Hixie with nice timing early in the game, getting through stuns. This time playing a little bit slower, and well, his position given up. 04 though, he's in between basically the entire Ravens.
Wow, and he went from like having the best timing in a first blood to Slasher somehow hits some insane route. And now they know he's here. So whatever like timing is in Slasher's head, it worked. And now look, he's backed up.
Oh, 04 is gonna be a very frustrated man. If this gets checked, does it?
Oh my gosh.
Slasher checks it and picks him. That's a tough one there. 4-0-4, and just the reads, as you said, from Slasher, his internal clock making the play. What looks so good for 04 is so bad a little bit later. Carolina 4 versus 2. Still can win this. If you can just get an opener, not going to happen though. Both heads get plucked off. Nice job from Carolina.
I mean, even the fact that like Slasher goes back up the zip with an AR.
Yeah.
Right? Like.
Yeah. And then I was wondering, is he just going to check the corner? Like, and we swapped off it like right as he peeked and just guns him. Just like you're playing hide and seek sometimes. It is. Slasher having a huge game 5. And things looking a bit better than they did in the map too. They started in what, an 0-3 hole. Had to try and bring it back. Post plants were atrocious. Right now sitting 3-2 advantage. Slasher on 6. I mean, this is anybody's game still, but it's looking better. Oh, well, Slasher. His little run comes to an end, and 04 takes over top middle, able to get both. If he had a frustrating last round, well, he gets it back here.
Well, and I think everybody on the Carolina side was looking at Hasty, number 4. Like he hits low side and is up the stairs around P2, and that's what TJ and Slasher were both looking at. And 04 just hits a mid route and behind both of them, and is able to get those first 2 kills in the round.
Well, now Gwyn trying to pull off the 1 versus 4. It's like 45 seconds to go, but he's going to have some gunfights that are probably going to be tough with a sub in hand. He's like, screw it. I'm going to stick it.
Why not?
Make them come to me. Hope a couple of ARs. Now we'll be able to pull off some omni movement. Nope, not going to happen. Hits the grapple. 04 is ready and waiting. Easy to fuse there. We'll get to 3-3.
And I don't know if that's the intent of that strat, for Hixie to just hit like low side and go up the stairs and maybe just open something up from 04, but if it is, that's next level. Because it worked right there, and he hits 3 in the round. I mean, literally, TJ and like Slasher are both just laser eyes.
Yeah.
We're on that side of the map.
The fuse coming through. So we'll be tied up. 04 shoots out to 7 kills after that big round. We'll see it again. This is how he gets both to start us off, and TJ just reacts a little bit too slow. He's shooting at somebody down towards P2. And this will be the final one. I mean, that's a freebie there. Guesses the route. I mean, you're probably just thinking, like, he's in a 1v3. He has to try and get lost, right? Like, he can't just sit down there and hold an angle.
Yeah, he's hoping, like, maybe if I zip line, I just hipfire all 3 of them and win the round.
Whenever I think of, like, hipfire cheese, just back to that simp kill.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, what was it, Embassy? That was something. Well, now the card's going to get used. It'll turn into a first blood. TJ follows it up. Abuza trying to swing it back, but only able to get 1. Nasty now, best of luck as he's in a 1v3 quickly, but they play behind the car. They're able to get A-side control very fast.
I mean, they're just committing A. Maybe someone spawns up with a trophy, right? And depending on that call, they're headed to that bomb site, but the car's already waiting for them.
We've seen some clutches from this scenario. If you just catch someone like over peaking, shouldering a little too wide, and suddenly you catch one, but usually like you need to catch one of those first shots. It's tough to get another reach out on that, at least when there's still 3 up. I say that, but we've watched it happen multiple times where people just keep dancing with death and just get gunned. Just about 20 to go. Nasty's got to go. No chance in hell. He's getting fired on by all three. Carolina take that one comfortably.
Yeah, starts with the car. Again, just sort of your base EA hit, but that gets shut down. And then here, Slasher's on the bottom. He's on top of it. Just spots Nasty Spiral, so just very clean run there from Carolina.
Yeah. We'll see. Carr just tossing it down.
Just throws it down there, and it's like, hello, I'm already here.
Oh, yeah. And 04 just, dude, his rounds.
Yeah, he's looking to the right.
His rounds have been comedy his last three. He had the one where he's playing hide and go seek. Then he, like, pops a double to start. Here, just takes a car to the forehead. Well, not the forehead, but, you know, his legs are gone. Just in pieces. Another car out. Ooh, Slasher just nearly laced by Hicksy deep. TJ just wants to get across, but I don't know. After Hicksy shots onto Slasher, I might be second-guessing that one.
Well, with how early the car's called in, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find 04 in the car. That's really what it is. So he's like just hoping that there's a crazy timing where maybe Hicksy reloads or whatever, and he just like pops up the staircase, but that doesn't happen.
Honestly, I thought he might just be able to slide across.
Yeah.
No, it did not happen. Slasher showing off his balance and athleticism. Once played.
He's got a great core.
Once was on our USA Olympic team. Incredible gymnast. 04 slides out, doesn't look right, gets dropped. Hicksy does get one, but waiting on Nasty to maybe make the play. He is able to drop it, so it's suddenly Slasher by himself. 20 seconds to go. Slasher, another chance to clutch. This time he's able to hit the shots. Down to a 1 versus 1. Hicksy gets the angle, sees him. Slasher, though, gets away. And it's insta-stuck. Slasher's got to have the internal clock. He's got to get the check. He gets the check. Slasher plays it beautifully. Hicksy, he's close, but that's one you shouldn't get unless you just count wrong if you're Slasher.
Well, and it's also just like, who am I playing against, right? Hicksy's probably a guy that is maybe hopped in a fuse instantly, and he is. We saw it in that map number 2, but that is just a 3 versus 4 there for Carolina.
It's one of those things you're like, not again.
Yeah, we talked about like sort of the retakes, how good they were. That time, not great on their side. You had so many nades. You had a lot of utility to work with due to the car from 04. I mean, you gave up a lot of the map, so there was a lot to clear. But you're thinking numbers, a bomb site should be clean. It's not. It's Slasher now up to 10.
Yeah, it's got to be the most frustrating round for the Surge side and puts you on match point. If you are Carolina, Slasher gets eyes on 1, maybe 2, and he's like, I got to get out of here because they are hitting B and hitting it heavy. You've got someone backstat you. 04 is pre in there, and he'll be able to get the first blood. Slasher trying to bring it back. He's able to hit the shots. Great shots there from Slasher to get to 3 versus 3. Loses another teammate. Slasher might be another clutch position. But this is going to be so hard now. Like, yeah, you've got back statue, but you've got a player heli, low heli. You got to rely on TJ probably to make a play. Can TJ find any kind of opener? Maybe beat the person out close and Chow. I thought maybe that was a play at first. Just shoot some shots and hope somebody flies at it. Slasher thinks he finishes the first, snaps the second, but never got the original kill. So Surge get it done. And that's just they just hit it. He sees the hit coming from top mid, but
04, it's a great timing. He's had some routes on this map where he's able to get through. I mean, just the player in the back doesn't see him. I thought maybe like they did call it out, but it's just, yeah, he's able to get on through, plays that deep corner.
Well, I mean, I think Slasher only actually got eyes on one player when he peeked the window, really. But I guess it felt like from our POV, well, we can just, we're omniscient, but it felt like a lot of shots were coming in. I thought he realized it was multiple, but I'm not sure. Another car. Slasher was able to get damage and a kill in a couple rounds ago. Doesn't turn into anything here. Surge, with this round win, if they can do it, will go all the way to the round 11 here in the 5-map series. Slasher has POV for Big, he's been the hot hand, and well, it's like if TJ goes off, Slasher can't. Slasher goes off, TJ can't, because TJ is sitting on 2 right now, but maybe he'll make a play late. And what do you think the plan of attack is right now for Carolina?
I mean, this is like a classic Slasher around here. Just sort of play for a pick. See if someone maybe oversteps if you're the Vancouver side. But it's 2 players playing very safe B. So I'm not sure what's going to be open. And Slasher instead tries to make the play through the middle of the map, but it's Hicksy with the double. It's looking like a round 11.
Bro, Hixie on that side of the map, where there was the AR playing deep the one time, sub in hand there. He has just been frying people that try to get across. Not much time to go. Gwyn left by his lonesome, and Hixie, okay, some team shots came in. I thought he just got put on skates.
But yeah, honestly, like 40 seconds into that round, it really didn't seem like there was much of a plan for the Carolina side outside of like Slasher maybe just saying like, just wait for me, I'm working top middle. And as soon as he died, I mean, that was kind of it.
Maybe expected to get more out of the car, more info from that. But yeah, once they got put to a standstill, there was just no positive momentum for Carolina. So they were up 5-3, now at risk of losing 3 straight rounds, and suddenly looking at a 4-2 spot in the league. No chance at that top seed. It feels like things are falling apart for them. This is a massive round right now for both teams. Surge trying to battle in the winner's bracket. Ravens trying to stop this skid. Another car out, that'll get knocked. 0-4. He's here, he's got the whole team on the other side. The nade hits, he wants to go, but so many here. You've got 3, they slide out, he needs to get 1. He is able to get 1 from that position, which is huge, and he gets damage, I guess, into TJ as well, because he's still weak by the front door, and he's gonna get dropped. Suddenly it's a 3v2 for Surge. 0-4 has done his job, now he's relying on the other 3 to get it done. For Carolina, you sucked at the post plants in 4v4s in map 2. Now you're in a 2v3 for the map post plant. Can they hold? It's on Slasher and Vivid.
Well, I mean, retakes were so good for Surge, but yeah, last time we were here, these 2 clutched on up.
Slasher has been clutching this one. Can he do it again? Hixie, ready to go. On 4 straight and looking to open this thing up. He gets through. Chalice 1 and takes out another. Hixie's an absolute demon. Play after play in the last couple of rounds, he erupts, and Surge get a massive win. That will be their 3rd and their most impressive win on the year, and things are looking up for them with a winner's bracket shot. And if you're Carolina, it's like, okay, your hard point hasn't been great. You win both hard points, now you're losing both searches, which has been your bread and butter. Is it maybe one of those things where you put more effort into improving the hard point, you fall off a little bit, or?
I think it's just this matchup.
Yeah?
I think it's a matchup thing, 100%. Again, like, these are very, like, similar teams the way I looked at them both. Like,
yeah,
they could live through the 2, 3, and 5, and Surge is doing that right now. But it's 0-4 and Hixie. They just kind of dominated, well, especially Hixie, bottom middle, a good amount of the time through A. Hixie's got 11. It's a tough map there for Tej. Slasher was going off. We talked so much about him, but it's just a team that would not go away for Surge.
And it just felt like, it's not like luck, but like when like Hixie needed like a timing to get across, whether the stun missed, or he's able to get through on a slide before he gets dropped, like those plays were working out. And on the other side, whenever we saw those moments, like they were just getting cut down. They weren't finding those openings. The defense you saw like in control, like it was there in search, like they just had their angles, they were locking it down. They take it in round 11, they win 3